Wow, what a week here in Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm Nisha DeGaring. I am your host for the very last day of the Digital Ticket Show. Can you believe it? We're ending the Young Living Grand Convention, the International Grand Convention that has taken over our city this week. And can I tell you, happy people, good smelling people, and a huge positive impact that it's had here in Salt Lake City. I am at the Vivint Smart Home Arena, the home of the Utah Jazz, where so many attendees walking in and out of workshops and general sessions here today. Big party behind me tonight, everybody. Cirque du Soleil is going to be happening just over my shoulder. That is the final party as we end what has been just an incredible week. So much has happened. So many lives changed, so many inspirational moments, so many stories, personal stories coming out of the convention, personal moments, and of course the education. Can I tell you personally, I've had such a great time. Thank you for letting me lead you through each and everything that has happened during the convention on this, the first ever Young Living digital ticket. Well, we're not done. So much coming up on the show tonight, including last words from Mary Young, some inspirational words that we're going to be showing you. Also, more science class with Mike Book. That is coming up a little bit later. We take a visit to the Young Living Farms exhibits, and we talk to workshop attendees. Remember, 30,000 of them here in the city this week about this year's convention, what they liked the very best. And Dr. Lindsay Elmore is back with me to talk about those workshops. She, of course, has been here all week long. It seems so long ago. We're already here to Saturday, but it was just on Wednesday, everybody, that we all went to that beautiful Young Living farm in Mona, Utah. A beautiful place to kick everything off, that video Wednesday in Mona, Utah. And who could forget yesterday at the expo? This was a busy spot to be over at the Salt Palace, just a block or two away from me right here. So many people lined up, the crowds, the energy, the excitement at the expo. We loved sampling all the products, and so did our members. seeing all the attendees there sampling with their kids and learning. And that's the theme of tonight's show. We've done so much learning this week, and we want to share all of that with you tonight. One of the best things about coming to convention is really you are here with the brightest minds at Young Living. They're all here. They're all in one place. We have access to all of them. And Lindsay caught up with Mike Book. She has a science lesson for us.
All right, it's my honor to be here with Dr. Mike Book, a good friend of mine and the most hilarious scientist you've ever met in your life, I tell you. So Mike is going to share with us what are 3 simple science sharing points that members can teach in their meetings to help share the new products.
So one of the things that I'm really proud of this year is the launch of the new sunscreen product. And we can actually make anti-skin cancer claims on it.
First time ever that we can make those
First
skin
time
cancer
Young Living
claims.
was ever allowed to say the word cancer compliantly.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of that one. Another thing that I'm really proud of this year is we launched Kunzia oil.
I love the new Kunzia oil.
And as far as I know, we're the only major essential oil company that has Kunzia oil. I don't think anyone else is sourcing it yet. It comes from Tasmania, one of the most isolated and therefore one of the purest spots in the entire planet.
Yes.
And it has a lot of the kind of favorite compounds from a lot of our other oils in it.
Yeah, you said that from the main stage, oregano and frankincense and then
absolutely, it's
yes.
high in pinene from pines, it's high in viridifloral from frankincense. It's a fabulous oil. It's almost like this plant became Gary Young and started blending things for us.
I love
really
it.
cool.
Yeah.
What's one more, huh?
One more. What about the acne treatment? I know that's a big one for everybody.
Acne treatment is absolutely fantastic. The active ingredient is salicylic acid, which we extract from wintergreen plants.
Which is rare, different from most companies.
It is, and what makes it even more different, I think, is the fact that salicylic acid actually does dry your skin. I mean, that's one of the ways it actually helps to kill the acne bacteria. But we've countered that quite a bit by putting so many essential oils in it.
And the aloe vera in there.
It's got aloe vera, it's got frankincense, it's got tea tree, it's got so many great oils in it that what we're finding is that people are actually using it just as a real good moisturizer.
Love it.
It's so gentle on the skin. We're having people use it and we're studying them clinically and we're finding that it not only clears their acne, but it just helps their complexion because of the overall moisturization.
Absolutely.
Great product.
Well, thank you so much for your
pleasure.
time.
Good to see you, Lindsay.
Absolutely. Good to see you too. And so let's keep going through this expo, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Mike. Such a smart guy. When Mike talks, I guarantee everyone around him listens. Absolutely. Speaking of listening, you're going to hear some sound behind me here at the Vivint Smart Home Arena. They are getting ready for tonight's closing party. Last night, of course, of convention. And a lot of prep goes into Cirque du Soleil before they take the stage. So bear with me when you hear all that fun noise going on behind me. So much to learn at the expo this week, and so many people there learning about the Young Living farms that are all over the world. Now, there are several exhibits, and Lindsay got to visit 3 or 4 of them, and she starts with the farm in Ecuador.
Okay, so here we are at the farm displays. It's one of the things that makes Young Living so special is that we own our own farms, we partner with great partner farms, and members of Young Living have the opportunity to go and visit our farms. That's not something that any other essential oil company is going to be able to offer you. So we have one of the oldest farms here, the St. Mary's farm, where Gary and Mary really did establish a ton about Young Living, where this is where we do Melissa Harvest every year, one of the most gentle and fragrant and beautiful smelling oils. And now next down, we've got, I don't even know what's coming next. We have our Ecuador farm. So in Ecuador, we have a huge plot of land that is populated with ylang-ylang trees. And we have our farm manager, Nicholas, who is very near and dear to Gary and Mary. Gary and Mary's children, Jacob and Joseph, grew up down in Ecuador and really have always felt like it was home. So I'm hoping that I can get a word just to talk to Nicholas here. So can I get a mic? All right. So Nicholas, we heard Mary mention you and your vital role with Young Living. And congratulations on your marriage. And so tell us what you do at the Ecuador farm.
Okay, I work at the Ecuador farm as a farm manager. I have around 5 years working there,
Yes.
and we're a group of 100 and almost 40 people.
So you grew up in a town of about 40 people? You manage a crew.
We're 140 people in total, just the Ecuador farm.
Wow.
But in total in Ecuador, we are like four companies that
Yes.
are part of Young Living, and we're more than 200 people working,
Wow.
counting the school.
And you manage all of it?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. I am here with the agronomist, but he's not here. He's having lunch, and also the distillery manager.
Okay.
So they are part of the team. So I don't do all the things.
Yes.
So I just have the people that they do the correct thing. So I'm taking care of everything. But I'm happy to be part of Young Living. I'm 30 years old. I started working almost since I was almost 20
Yes.
for Young Living. So it's like part of my life.
It's your family.
Yes, if my family, Mary, Gary, they were like very nice. They are very nice people, and they treat all the workers like as family. So we don't feel like, oh, they are the boss. No, we feel that they are like our family, and we have like to honor Dr. Gary because he started something that is changing many lives. So,
Absolutely. And you also mentioned the school
Of course.
down in Ecuador. So tell
Yes.
us a little bit about the Young Living Academy.
Oh yes, that is like a very nice story. Dr. Gary started like around 13 years ago his project in Ecuador, and when he was going to the farm every day, because he lived at the beginning in the city, and then he was driving 30 minutes to the farm. Then one day he stopped because he saw like a little container place. It's like a container.
Just like a dilapidated school.
Exactly. And then
Yeah.
he saw and he said, what is this? And then he saw that there was like one teacher for different grades, for different kids. And he said, no, this is not possible. I am going every day with my brand new car at that time.
Yes.
And I am just like sending dust to that school. No, I have like to change this.
Yes.
And then he bought like a little property that is 10 minutes from the farm. And then he said, okay, I'm going to make a little school for these kids. I'm not sure if the beginning was like for 50 kids, the idea, but the thing is like, was like around 80 kids when they just started. Now, the school has like more than 300 kids.
Yes, and we've graduated two
Yes,
classes.
exactly.
100% graduation rate,
Yes,
which is rare
yes.
in Ecuador.
It's amazing. So the people that live in Chongon, because Chongon is like the little town that is where we have the farm, we have the school, it's like all the people that are part of this, we have Young Living in our hearts.
Oh, I love that. And I think that is something that is so special about being with farms and meeting people like Nicholas, is that Young Living is in all of our hearts. So thanks for chatting with me. I'm going to go check out some more of these farms.
And Lindsay, absolutely checking out more of those farms. In fact, we're going from Ecuador to France. Really no one better to take us on a tour of all of these Young Living farm exhibits. When she stopped at the one that's in Provence, she found a pretty great family story. Take a listen.
We have our Provence farm, so I don't know what it is. We got this theme of guys named Nicholas that manage our farms.
It's a thing. If you want to be a manager,
Hang on, let me get you a mic. Here we go.
it's a thing. If you want to be a farm manager at Young Living, you have to change your name to Nicholas.
There you go. So this is Nicholas Landel. His father, Jean-Noel, you want to hold it, and Gary met how long ago? Tell us Jean-Noel and Gary's story.
Okay, so my father met Gary about 27 years ago in Pasadena. He was a lavender distiller in the south of France, and he went to America to try and sell the oil he was producing. And he met Gary at a convention, and he just handed him, the oil he was making is lavender. Gary opened that bottle and just smiled and asked where he was grown and if he could come and learn about distillation and lavender. So a couple months later, knowing Gary, he just arrived in Paris, called my father and said, I'm in Paris, I'm driving down now. 8 hours later, he was at our house, and he spent, 2 or 3 months learning about distillation. And they've been partners since. They've taken care of the Friends farm together, and now I'm taking over a little.
Yes, and you also have Benoit with you, so
Yeah.
I'll let you do some translating for us. So Benoit has been a pioneer in helping to really modernize lavender farming in France and do it in a way that is sustainable, that really cares for the plants. So Benoit, tell us what is so important to you and why you love working with Young Living.
Ben déjà, ça a été une rencontre avec une personne, Gary Young, qui a
That's
été
very
très
true.
importante pour moi.
First off, it was meeting Gary Young that was one of the most important things for me.
On avait ensemble une même vision d'une agriculture, on est des fermiers avant tout, et produire des produits de belle qualité, des bonnes qualités.
They had together the same vision. They're farmers at first, Gary and him, and they from the beginning wanted to produce something of quality.
Et ce qui a été important pour moi aussi, c'est de transmettre tout le savoir que j'ai depuis des générations, parce que mes parents, mes grands-parents produisaient de la lavande. Et tout ça, voilà, avec Gary et Young Living, ça a été vraiment un ensemble très intéressant.
And what was also important to him was to transmit the knowledge that he got from his parents, his great-grandparents, and his great-great-grandparents that were also lavender producers. And working with Young Living allows him to share that knowledge, use that knowledge every day.
Perfect. Merci
Thank
beaucoup. So, if you haven't been to the French farm for lavender harvest, one of the coolest things about coming is that you can get products from Young Living that you cannot get anywhere else other than at our French farm or in our European market. So I encourage you, come and visit Nicholas. You'll get to meet Benoit. Come to Lavender Harvest in Provence. It is an experience unlike any other. So thank you very much. See you very soon.
Lindsay, that was super. That's it. That's all I've got from college French. I tried to see if I could pick anything else out there. And what I did hear was producing quality. And that's what's so important and so integral at those Young Living farms. Did you know they also have farms in British Columbia and Croatia? Let's take a look now at those.
So one of Young Living's newest farms that was an absolute passion project of Gary's is our Northern Lights farm. It is all the way up in Fort Nelson, British Columbia, and it's where we get our black spruce that helps to make Valor such a special oil. Gary was so determined to build that farm that he built it in the middle of winter in northern British Columbia. Now, I gotta tell you, northern British Columbia in the middle of winter doesn't sound like my ideal situation. But I want to introduce you to Zoran, and Zoran is the manager of our farm in Croatia. And this farm, Croatia is one of the most beautiful countries I've ever seen.
Yeah, thank you.
I
It's my
love
home
it.
country and I love it.
I love it too. So what was it that drew Gary specifically to Croatia to help get helichrysum?
Yeah, Gary has a vision and that's our foundation. Our farms and our foundation, our sourcing is what we are. We want to make sure that we have excellent quality product and we want to have a trace all the way back to a source.
Absolutely. So one of my it's fascinating to watch helichrysum grow because it grows in a field of rocks.
Yes, I'm sorry that my screen is not working right now. Maybe
No big deal.
later. But the rock soil is the unique area for that plant. The plant is using calcium carbonate as a food, and it's extremely expensive and a long process to develop the farm. That's the reason why it takes a few years. It's not very easy to do it, but we did it extremely well. We did it extremely fast under the leadership of Gary Young,
Yeah.
and we are proud of that.
Absolutely. Well, that's what Gary does. He does everything extremely well, extremely fast, and in extreme fashion. So I hope that all of you will take a moment to come and visit Zoran, visit not only the farm, but the absolutely beautiful distillery that he manages, as well as getting to see one of Europe's 3 warehouses that is there in Split, and you get to see just the beautiful area of Podstrana. Come to Croatia and visit this farm. It will change your perspective on Young Living. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
All
Lizzie.
right, I'll see you next time. I'll see you in March, I think. So, yep, bye everybody.
And now, through the magic of television, Dr. Lindsay Elmore is joining me right here in our studio at the Vivint Smart Home Arena. It's so good to see you. You've had a busy week.
I have had a very, very busy week, but it's been a joy and an honor to get to talk to so many members and just feel the excitement of the week.
When you get to the last day, is there a sense of nostalgia because it's ending, or is there a sense of being rejuvenated by everything you've learned?
It's a bit of both. I've got some mixed emotions about it. I have loved seeing everyone. I've loved catching up with all of my friends because this is a company I've been around for a long time that I really love. And I get just as excited about all the product launches and all the education and all of the main stage. I get just as excited as the members do.
We were talking about this a little bit earlier. I mean, it's so fun to come to convention because you're not often in the same place. The brightest minds at Young Living,
Yes.
all together, all at once.
Absolutely. Some of these people, the only time that I get to see them is at convention every year, and you try to make the most of it, and you try to get together with those people, and like, okay, let's get breakfast, let's get lunch, let's go to a workshop together, let's do this, let's do that, because Young Living's a family. We talked about it yesterday. It is a family, and we just love being around each other.
I should mention, I know you're talking over everything going on behind us
Yeah.
right now.
Hey.
If you're hearing this and saying, what's happening? We are at the Vivint Smart Home Arena, and they are putting together the closing party. You got to rehearse these things. This is big.
And watching the rehearsals is actually really fun. There's a lot of real talent right over our shoulders.
is
I
going to be
know.
happening a little bit later. And of course, I did those moves in my living room before I came, but
She did.
if
She
you
definitely
can't
did.
do those, then this is the show to watch. Are you here tonight?
I haven't decided yet, but I'm probably going to watch a little bit of it for sure, because I've actually never seen a Cirque du Soleil show.
Have you not?
No, I've never. I've been to Vegas a dozen times, never seen Cirque du Soleil,
All right,
and so
this
Young Living's
might
making
be
it
the
happen.
time to do it. Talking to attendees and the members throughout the week, what's the overwhelming thing you are hearing? How are they feeling about convention this year?
This year is such a special convention because of Gary's death. Members are taking a moment to reflect and go, how can I be a part of the legacy? How can I continue Gary's vision and continue to make sure that our mission is accomplished, that we bring Young Living essential oils to every home in the world? That's been the overarching theme, is everybody saying, this is my space, this is my time, this is my contribution to make that vision happen.
Can I ask you this? How many are first-time attendees and how many come back every year?
I would say probably half of the people that I spoke to this week were first timers. And then we talked to a lot of people that have been here 5 times, 10 times, 12 times, 15 times, and are committed and just say, this is my business, this is my company that I'm passionate about, and I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna show up every single year, year after year.
Can I tell you, walking just to my car, the amount of bags and stuff that everyone is grabbing at the expo and going back again to the expo to see what they have. But the workshops,
Yes.
those are what were happening today. And you got to
Yes.
stand outside one of those.
I did.
Hopefully talking to people coming in and out, getting
Yep.
their reaction.
Yep, we walked all around those workshops, just talking to people. What did you learn? And really talking about the value of the workshops in fostering knowledge and helping to grow business.
Education, 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 and you have a sneak peek for everybody out there on the digital ticket. Take a look.
And we're back with my very, very dear friends, Crystal and Varick Birchfield, Young Living Crown Diamonds. And so I'm so excited to get to speak to you.
Yeah, it's so good to be here. I am so excited to talk about the digital ticket and all of the amazing things that you get when you get this digital ticket.
So, Varick, start us out. Just tell us, when you're growing a Young Living organization, what is the value of education in pouring this into your team?
Yeah, so education, especially at a convention setting, you're looking at cutting 6 months off of the learning curve that it takes to truly grow your business. And so if you can get all of these educational experiences in one place, knowing you're not going to be able to get everything you want sitting, trying to take notes, distractions around you, but in your own home, fast forward, rewind, it's gonna help your business grow so much.
And Crystal, as you've been talking to your team about the digital ticket, what have been the main points that you've been saying, guys, you've got to get this digital ticket because it's the first time Young Living's ever offered it?
Right, yeah. Well, first of all, I'm so excited they're offering this year. I was hoping that they would.
Yeah.
So that was huge. But really, I think that the opportunity as a busy mom or somebody who is busy in life to be able to sit down at your leisure and to go back through and look and read and learn and take notes and then learn it again, teach it, and then take those notes and teach it to others and to your teams.
Yes.
It's really priceless.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were just chatting about if somebody says like it's too expensive, Varick, what would you teach them? What would you tell them about that?
I'm saying for around $10 per session is what you're looking at. You're getting instruction from the top leaders in this company, a $1.5 billion company, and nowhere else are you going to get $10 and be able to access that information. It's just, you're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, $10 to get a workshop from Dr. Ollie Wanker and so many amazing Young Living leaders who have done what so many people want to do.
Right, yeah. And to hear from you also, right?
thank
That's another
you.
big thing.
Aw,
So
you're sweet.
just speaking for the crowd,
Yes.
we love you very much. And we are really thankful for the education you bring to Young Living.
You know, I'm grateful that I can do my piece of the puzzle. If I can do my part to empower someone else, I've done my job. And I think that that's one of the things that makes Young Living so special is that each person does their gift.
That's
Your
right.
gift is different than my gift. Your different gift is different than Crystal's, and we all just do our part.
Right. I love it. It's
Yes,
awesome.
Absolutely. Well, if you want to watch a ton of workshops in the convenience of your home, go back, rewind, take notes. Be sure that you're watching on the digital ticket now until the end of July.
I love that Lindsay ran into her people. You love those two and you found
I do.
them coming out of a workshop.
I do. I absolutely adore Varick and Crystal. We have been best friends for years and years. I ran into their daughter the other day and she came and just ran over, threw herself in my arms. They are very dear to me.
Can we talk about what they said, the value of the digital ticket for
Yes.
less than the price of lunch
Yes.
per workshop? That's what everybody out there's getting.
Absolutely. And Young Living is such an education-focused company. You've got to pour resources into education if you want to empower your knowledge.
Well, and knowledge was what was happening all day today.
Yep.
So many different workshops, and you caught up with two attendees that had a lot to tell you about what they'd experienced during the
Yes.
convention. Take a look.
Hey everybody, I am so excited to be doing some interviews today because we are going to be talking about workshops and all of the amazing education that you can get at Young Living's convention inside the workshops. So I've got two new friends here. So tell us your name.
I'm Darlene Hammeter.
Darlene
Yes.
Mallory.
and Mallory.
Yes.
Great. And where are you from?
Bryan, Texas.
Bryan, Texas. Where is that?
College Station, the Aggies.
The Aggies. Okay. Are you football fans?
Not me.
That's
Too much maroon.
That's okay. I feel ya. I feel ya. And how many times have you been to convention?
This is my first time.
First time. I love it.
It's my 5th time.
Fifth time.
Yes,
All right.
fifth
What
time.
makes you keep coming back to convention over and over again?
Honestly, the first convention I ever came to, I was in a talk, one of the workshops, I do not remember which one, but they said the people that really make it are the people that are here year after year. Said half of this room will not be here the next year, and half of them won't be there the year after that, and keep coming back, and just like the excitement, enthusiasm, and just amazing power you go home with, just keeps bringing me back every year.
I love that. And I love that that happened in a workshop. So you've been to some workshops this week. And so which workshop did you go to?
Let's see, my first workshop yesterday was on essential oils and animals.
Oh, fantastic.
And yes, I love animals, and I just am super passionate about essential oils with animals, and I learned so many amazing things. Even though I've been using Young Living on my animals for 8 years, I still learned some amazing new things yesterday that I
Wow.
cannot wait to go home and try.
That's so cool that you came and you learned something new that you can
Yep.
immediately go home and take.
Every year, something new and exciting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, Darlene, what about you? Which workshops have you been to?
I have been to the Crafting Your Story with
Okay.
Heather Brock.
Okay, so tell us what you learned, because storytelling is absolutely critical to building a Young Living organization. Aditya Novotny always says facts tell, stories sell. And so what did you learn about how to become a better storyteller?
To approach it more professionally.
Uh-huh.
Not to just ramble on and try to give all these minuscule details that nobody's really interested in.
Yes.
Just to get to the heart of the story, tell how it's helped you, how it's helped your family, your animals, your whole life, like it has done for me.
Yes, absolutely. So how will you take the lessons that you learned in this workshop and apply them once you get back home?
I'm going to be much more detailed about it, looking into the more medical aspect per se. What sort of results and what support do the oils give me?
Okay, so just looking at what body systems do your oils support, what body systems do your supplements support, and how do
Exactly.
you craft that story?
And how to explain it, yes.
Yes. Are you planning on going to any other workshops?
Oh, yes.
Which
we're
ones
gonna
are you
see the
planning to go
farm
to?
tomorrow.
Let's see, we're going to the farm tomorrow
Right.
and workshops the rest of this afternoon. I'm totally drawing a blank.
I know. We came over here to see you.
Yes, yes,
Thank
we did.
you. Well,
Ollie about the
Wanker.
gut health.
Yes.
Okay,
which
the
I'm
Life
so,
9.
Yeah, Life 9 line. Super excited
Can't
to hear what he
wait.
has to say. He is an incredible speaker. I've heard him twice.
he
Can't wait.
is,
Yes.
and he's very smart, and he
Yes.
explains things very simply. And
yeah.
so I think that he'll be able to give you so many good pointers about why Life 9 is so excellent,
Yes.
and then how do you take it,
Yes.
why do you need it, all of that good stuff.
The details
So,
that
Very
everybody
excited.
wants to know that we just can't just pull out of our heads.
yes, exactly. So that's amazing that you're taking a moment to get some education from somebody different that has a story to share
That's
that
right.
you can then go back and duplicate and make your own.
Can't wait
Yeah.
excited.
How long are you here?
till Monday.
Monday.
Oh, fantastic. What are you most looking forward to in the next couple of days?
Going to your bash.
Oh, you're so sweet. You are so sweet. Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to hang out with you on Sunday morning. And so, Darlene, Mallory, thank you for being here. Thank you for being at Young Living Convention. And I just want to encourage everybody at home, one of the best parts about Young Living's convention is all of the amazing learning that can take place in the workshop. And you guys are blessed because with this digital ticket, you can go back and rewatch workshops and maybe watch some workshops that you just couldn't make it to, even if you're here live. So thank you both very
Thank
much,
you.
and
Thank
go
you.
and enjoy your workshops.
will.
Okay.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
It's been such a busy week. I love all of the people filing in and out behind you, listening to the general sessions that they've had here, and then, of course, going to more workshops, which
Yes.
went on all day today.
They did.
Those two, though, I mean, education, obviously, the key here, but the enthusiasm and excitement of what
Yes.
they learned, that's what I got from those two.
Well, and the commitment that one of them had to say, you know what, the people that succeed are the people that show up again and again and again. And I love that. That's a theme I hear all of the time. They were thrilled to be here.
Can we talk about, too, how many people are here from every corner of the globe?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Dozens of countries. Dozens of countries. And it's nice for me because as a Young Living educator, I've traveled to all of our international markets. And so I get to catch up with my Hong Kong friends, my Singapore friends, my Australian friends. I get to see my friends from all over the world because I come to
Do you
convention.
start deciphering their accents and the
Yes.
I love it. Everyone says oil differently,
Yes.
but it means the same in every language.
Absolutely. And there's another oil that we in the US call Daijais. In Japan, Daigais.
Guys.
In Finland, Dajizi.
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 You sounded Italian almost.
I
Susan.
know.
Did you went.
Finnish people love their vowels and they love to bounce on their words. So,
And I love
yes.
Lindsay because she's happy to talk to each and every one of you. And I love that you caught up with even more people right outside a workshop.
All right, I am here with one of the EO bros, Mr. Aaron Lehman himself, and we're going to be talking about workshops. So have you been to any workshops?
Yeah, I've probably been to about 5 or 6 so far.
Wow, you have been
Yeah.
crushing workshops,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I got to hear a Royal Crown Diamond go solo yesterday, and then went to the panel also yesterday.
Yes.
Just super excited about the fact that I can access all these workshops online.
Yes, I know,
That
first
it's
time
like-
ever.
That maybe I missed them here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be able to go home and drop into the content from wherever I am. So I'm really stoked about that.
Exactly, because for most of the people I've been talking to, they've been to 1, maybe 2. You've been to 5 or 6,
Right.
but there's 30 workshops
Yeah, exactly.
going on.
Exactly.
So-
and there's so much information, science. Wow.
Yeah, you're fine. Take a sip. Go for
Zing.
it. Zing it out. Zing it out right now. Clear that throat because he may be a little
I don't know
nervous.
what happened?
I don't even know.
No, so anyway, exactly. There's so much good content, and I got a small little amount. So I
Yes.
know I want to dial in, and I am excited for teammates to do the same.
Absolutely,
So,
and you can chill out, do it in the the privacy of your own home whenever you have time.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
you and your wife are business builders.
Yeah.
And your whole family is business builders,
right,
which
right.
I absolutely love.
Yep.
So when you're educating your members about
Yep.
the value of education,
Yep.
how important is education in building a Young Living business?
Oh, I mean, so huge. Getting people to dial into resources
Yes.
has been huge. For them to own the fact that it's their health, it's their journey, their responsibility, and obviously, like, it's all about tools, in my opinion. That's why I feel like I'm able to stay healthy, and just because I'm continually learning. That's what I learned from my family. So it's like just passing that on to our teammates.
Love that.
And just owning it, because I think, especially in the gentleman community,
Yes.
you know, the body, mind, spirit wellness journey, we kind of just like, it's supposed to happen to you. And like, I think that like getting into those dialogues more and more as men is so huge, because we're affecting the next generations, all the next generation, you know, like, and we need to raise that bar.
Absolutely.
So,
Well,
anyway.
you heard it here first, guys. The digital ticket is your educational toolbox that you need to help empower your education and grow your Young Living team.
I love that Aaron talked about the gentleman community, because guys love Young Living too.
Absolutely, absolutely. There is a movement going on in Young Living right now where men are stepping up to the plate and getting out of their partner's way. For years, we've had so many men that their wives come home and they go, I don't want you to build a business. I don't want you to do this. But the wives are persistent, and then all of a sudden their paychecks start talking to their husbands. And I absolutely love seeing so many men step up to the plate. And I think later on in the show, we're actually going to talk to a gentleman who went to the men's focused workshops that's really there to teach men, how do you empower your wife? How do you empower your partner? And how do you support a business in a wide variety of ways?
Well, I love supporting it, but then thinking, wait a second, maybe I want to be part of it. Aaron, you say, started and then his family jumped into the business with him?
So it was actually his mom, Deb, that was the first person.
Really?
Yes, and she would every year for Christmas would give people oils, give her whole family oils, and that was it. That was their Christmas present. Now, Aaron is a gold. He and his wife Sarah are a gold. His sister Angela is a platinum. Their sister-in-law Andrea is a diamond. And the whole family has just been elevated and brought. And the mom Deb is a platinum as well. The whole family came on the journey.
I know what every single one of you are getting for Christmas this year. You don't even have to make a list.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you hopefully got it here at the expo at convention. You talked to 2 more attendees that had a great time today at the workshops.
And we are back again, learning more about the education experience that you can get at the Young Living Convention. So I've got husband and wife team. Okay, Nikki and
Rich.
Nikki and Rich, and they're here to talk to us about a profound moment that happened to you at the Young Living Convention. So, okay, we'll take a step back and then we'll get there. But tell me where you're from.
We're from Chicago.
Do you live there?
Yep, we live there, have 3 kids.
Fantastic.
And
yeah, what do you do there in Chicago?
I'm a high school teacher.
Oh, wow.
I teach dance and group fitness.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
In high school?
Yes.
Nice.
They can take that, instead of taking PE, they can take that as an option.
I would have totally done that in high school.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's awesome.
And what do you do?
I'm a middle school art teacher.
Okay, did you guys meet in school?
We met right when I graduated high school. He was in a band and handed me a flyer to go to a show.
Hey, best flyer ever, right? Good job. And how long have you been members of Young Living?
Since 2013.
Okay.
Yep.
And it sounds like from what you were telling me before we got started that you were really on board with this plan of like, hey, let's build this Young Living business. And Rich, you weren't.
Right. I can't. I mean, I just struggled how to, I guess, support her in the role, and it kind of segued into the workshops. Really.
Oh, cool.
What happened yesterday? Went to the Essential Oils for Men guide, the guide for that, and the gentleman up there, they taught me, or they gave me some pro tips on how to support my wife better and how to get into it. And it really kind of changed my whole idea and thought process about what we were doing or what she was doing and how I could help it. And then that went into today, and my mind's changed about everything.
That must give you chills.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us what the top tips that you learned and what men can do when their wives are like, hey, hon, I really want to build this business. What did you learn in that Essential Oils for Men class?
From those gentlemen, I just learned to be supportive any way you possibly can. If it's doing extra work around the house, if that's one of the things that needs to be done, or if it's you going out and doing whatever your traits, whatever your specialties are, whatever it's graphics or the financial end of it, doing anything you can to kind of support them and do that kind of thing and bring your talents out.
Absolutely. And what a blessing that Young Living has so many empowered couples that build business together. And I love what you just said, that the men take on so many roles. You think about somebody like Scott Schuler, and while Brenda was building, he was Mr. Mom. And then you think about Lindsay and Michael Moreno, and he does the financial end. And so, you've got a lot of really dynamic couples that work together. So what are you most excited about now having your husband's mind shifted a little bit?
Well, the fact that we both have the same vision and goal for our family and our future, I'm going to start to get teary-eyed because just to have him on board for that was awesome. And to allow me to reach out to the people that I want to reach out to and to help my downline and to share Gary's passion of getting essential oils into every home and helping one another, and he's on board too.
Yeah. And so how have you even thought about how might this work? How might you go home and become this dynamic duo that supports each other not only with your children, with your love, with your household, but now with your business?
Yeah, we definitely could go to a workshop on that. That would be nice. But I think that we have to look at our calendar and plan when are the classes going to be, when is the follow-up going to be, when is me time going to be and us time. And we need to look at that and stick to it.
Yes.
So. Yeah, and staying with those tips that I learned from that workshop with those guys, just do my part and try to help out as much as I can.
Yes.
And as I grow, and that's another thing too I learned from it too. I'm using the products and they use the products, and the more that I'm using it, the more I'm learning about it and the more I could talk about it. And the more informed I am, I can't take her knowledge, right? I got to build my own knowledge, and then I could talk about it freely. So I think that is something that I learn more now, and I could keep on doing that from now on.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I know some couples that have built together, eventually they reach a point where the woman may say, you know what, I've kind of done what I can do. If I'm going to go to the next level, I need my husband to bring different people in, because as you know, women attract other women in this business, and men attract other men.
Right. And they talked about that yesterday too, is how do you approach other men? I mean, you're not going to go to someone and be like, hey, smell this oil, and not all men are going to be like that, but there's so many other things that you could go with. We all work out, or most of us work out, or just different things, products that you do, or just by using them, like I said before, using them, and other people are going to gravitate to it. Hey, what's that?
Yes.
You start talking to them about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing that I love about men really being involved in the business is I get asked by so many women, how do I get more men on my team? And I'm like, you don't. The man in your life will get more men on your team. And if you don't have a man in your life, don't focus on that. It's not your niche. And so, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for you. And I'm just thrilled to meet you and to see what you go and what you do over the next year. And I can't wait. You've got to send me a message when you guys get to silver and when you get to gold. I want to know all the details and all the hustle that got you there, okay?
All right, will do.
All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Well, okay. We're going to go now, and we'll be back in just a minute with some more interviews about the value of workshops. And so I hope that you are taking time to watch and re-watch all of these workshops, because there's so many to go to. You don't always get to come to all of them, but with the Wild Digital Ticket, you get the opportunity to watch them again and again.
Watching, I understood when she got emotional about her husband now being on board with her.
Yes.
As a wife, when you start a project, when you start something you're passionate about, you need that support.
You do. You do. And I loved what she said, which was, I think he actually said it. You share your gift, your talent. If you're a great accountant, support your wife by being the accountant. If you're a great graphic designer, a good web developer, do that. I know that I mentioned Scott and Brenda Schuler. Brenda was out teaching meetings, and somebody asked Scott one time at a meeting that I was at, they said, how did you support Brenda's business? And he said, I changed more diapers than I could ever have imagined in my life. He became Mr. Mom.
Good job, Dad.
Exactly. Whatever the talents and skills that you have, commit that to help grow business as a family. Because as we just saw from Aaron Lehman and heard their story, families that work together grow together.
Such an interesting thing you said in that interview too, though. Women working to get men to join the business, let the other men do that.
Totally, totally. And I mean, women have connections with women, men have connections with men, and they're very different. And so whenever I hear women who are like, I just want more men on my team, I just want more men, I'm like, why are you hustling towards something that doesn't come naturally? Find your niche, talk to those people. If you're a young single mom, find other young single moms that want opportunities. If you're a single world traveler like me, find other single world travelers that are doing yoga and out on the beach. Find your niche, and don't worry, everybody will come along with the person that resonates with them.
It's so true. It's all about making that connection, and so many connections have been made here this week. I love that you've been talking to people that have been here 5 times and people who have been here for the first time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love that I talk to people who go, wow, I came once and now I want to come back. I learned so much. I did so much. As Varick said earlier, coming to the Young Living Convention accelerates your learning. It takes 6 months off of your growth because you're packing so much meat into a short period of time.
See, and I would say a company that's about education is also about energizing its members.
Absolutely.
And that's what happens at convention.
Yes, absolutely. Gary was a brilliant teacher, and Mary is also a brilliant teacher, and they raised a culture dedicated to teaching.
So speaking of teaching, workshops throughout the week, many of those today, and here's an interview with you right outside one of those workshops.
Here we are. I am here with my new friend Rose. Tell us where you're from.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
All right, great. And I see that you're an executive.
Yep, I just hit it last month on my 1-year anniversary.
Oh, congratulations. That's phenomenal. Is this your first convention?
It is.
Oh, good. Are you going to make it an annual commitment?
Maybe. I booked the Alaskan cruise for next year.
Nice.
Don't tell my husband. It's a surprise.
That's so funny. Like, where did this Alaskan cruise come from?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to give it to him at Christmas.
Oh, what a wonderful gift. That will be fantastic. So you have been to some workshops.
Yes.
Which ones have you been to?
Yesterday we went to the Maximizing Your Time for the Income.
Nice.
And that was really good. And we saw Vanessa Romero speak also, and Lindsay Teague Moreno.
Great. And so why do you think it's so important for people to go to workshops when they're here at convention?
Because you get to learn from the experts. I mean, a lot of it is either people like you that are amazing and know so much, or you end up having people that are diamonds and they have worked their way through, so they have a wealth of knowledge.
Yes.
So,
and were there any workshops that you wanted to go to that you weren't able to make it to?
Yesterday we got tied up and we weren't able to make it back in time, so we didn't get to see the essential oils for animals, which I really wanted to see, and the essentially kids also. So
well, the cool thing is with the digital ticket, you're going to be able to go back and watch those at home now.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And then I'll also get a chance to take notes, because sometimes it's hard to, keep up when people are speaking, or if you don't catch the slides, so you'll be able to go back and, watch it and then take notes or share that information.
It's a theme that we keep hearing over and over again. Convention moves very fast.
It does. That's one thing, I knew it was going to be busy, but it's really busy.
Yes. And now you can just chill, get your PJs on, snuggle up on the couch, take some notes.
Right, and you can only see so many while you're here.
Yes.
Even if you made it to every single class, you still don't get to choose every single class sometimes.
Right.
So it's a good thing to have. I'm actually really glad that it's in included in your ticket.
Yes.
So it's very nice of Young Living to do that.
Oh, great. Well, I hope that you go home, get to watch all of the workshops between now and the end of July.
Yeah.
And remember that you too can be learning from all of these workshops over on your digital ticket. So be sure that you're watching them between now and the end of July.
I love the backpacks everybody's wearing. You could see them going up and down the escalator because you're packing so much in.
The
to
super
these
swag bags.
Couple days
Hey,
at convention.
Another benefit of coming to convention, those reg bags just get better and better.
I love though that she said I got to some I couldn't schedule, but the ones I did were just right for what I needed.
Right, and that's the whole point of the digital ticket. You can't make it to 30 workshops, even if you were dedicated.
You physically can't do it.
No, I mean, and they're so back to back. Even if you made it to each and every session, you would still not make it to all the workshops, but now you can just put on your PJs and hang out and watch them at home.
And you mentioned digital ticket, everybody. All of this available until July 31st. So
Yes.
why not watch it over the next month and you have that opportunity to share it, talk to your friends about it. It'll all be available.
I know. One of my colleagues asked me, are you going to get a login so you can actually watch it yourself? And I was like, where have I been? Why did I not think of this myself?
I'll tell you where you've been, producing content for the digital ticket.
I have.
You've been busy, and you sat down with 2 more attendees to talk about their favorite part of convention.
All right, welcome back. Let's talk more about all of the amazing education that you can get at the Young Living Convention inside our workshops. So many people think it's only about general session, but it's really all about the education that comes in workshops and all of the fun that you can have getting to know people in a smaller and more intimate setting. So I have 2 sisters-in-laws here with me. So what is your name?
My name is Lisa.
Lisa.
Tracy.
Lisa and Tracy.
Yes.
And where are you from?
Waco.
Yeah,
Waco, Texas. Okay.
I just moved to Waco 6 months ago because they're up there.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're
Absolutely.
just keeping the family together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. So you've been to some workshops since you've been here.
Yes,
All
we
right.
have.
Well, let's talk first about this social media workshop that you went to. What was your favorite part of it?
Oh gosh. She had 8 points that she brought up, and probably the one I loved the most was being authentic, being your true self, really sticking to your story. I have the aspect of feeling sorry and really having guilt and feeling like, oh, did I overpost, or is this going to bother someone? And she really kind of pushed me to be like, you know what, hashtag sorry not sorry. Like, I'm going to share my story.
You're not really selling necessarily a product, it's yourself. Like, this is our lifestyle. Like, this, we do use the
100%.
product, so we don't
Right.
feel guilty about that because we love what we use for our families and the effects that it has in our lives on the daily, and just kind of being more bold about that.
Yes.
And I think one thing that we've really gotten from a common theme I'm noticing with all of the workshops that we're going to is like self-growth. And
Yes.
and this, if you work on yourself and focus on yourself and find like your inner voice and be true to that, then you know it's going to create motivation and natural like movement and shift and help the business grow. And
Yes, absolutely. I love that you said that coming to Young Living Convention, going to the workshops, is about growing. It's about you empowering yourself and growing. And so, great. So what other moments of growth have you had during this convention?
Well, my husband's with me.
Yeah?
So I just started business building not too long ago under my sister-in-law. We keep it in the family with
Nice.
our Royally.
Hey, that's what Young Living does. It
Yes.
empowers families
Yes.
to go with each other,
Yes,
and I
yeah.
love that.
Cousins with us. I mean, it's a great team. Our sister-in-law. But so my husband was here, so really kind of watching him and seeing him. He was excited to go to the oils with guys today, and we met a nice gentleman when we were at the farm, and he was talking about a group for men that he can find on Facebook and just things like that. So seeing him really understand why I love it so much and having him get excited about it is kind of a big takeaway too.
That's going to
It's
be
been exciting.
transformative for you when you get back home.
Yeah.
Having that support system, having that safety net, having somebody that really understands, like, oh, this is why she does it.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure exactly what all they said in the guys' class, but I know that our husbands actually like wrote in the notebook that they were given, and we were like, sweet, they're absorbing something.
You know, whether it was a product usage tip, a how to support your wife tip, or just, how to be a good dude that uses oils,
Yeah.
whatever they learned.
Whatever it was.
We'll
Heck
take
yeah.
we'll take it for sure.
They were focusing.
Yes, they were focusing. Okay, so you went to another workshop too. What was that?
Oh,
GoPro.
The GoPro with Eric Worre. So that was
Okay.
kind of fun that Young Living brought in like such a huge network marketing speaker
For
that,
reals.
I wouldn't have gotten to see otherwise
Yeah.
quite yet with our business budget. And he gave some really, I think he was just motivating, like just the time is now. And we're excited. We as soon as we left, we were like, okay, let's get our calendars out. Like, we're going to do this. We're going to get some meetings together.
I even told her I want to do a rally. I want us to host a rally in Waco. Yes.
I know. One of his points was to think bigger, and it was so funny because she's like, why don't we just host a rally? And I was like, in Waco, it's us. Don't you know how much money that costs? And I'm going through all the specifics and immediately shrinking. And she just looks at me and she's like, what did he just say?
Yeah.
Think bigger. And I was like, okay, you're right. We should just own it. And, we'll just, even if it's in your house, we'll just host it.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
just do it.
That's
And
the best thing about the Young Living rallies is it can be online, it can be in your home, it can be an auditorium filled with 10,000 people. It's anything, any scale, any member can do a Young Living rally. So just like my friends have taught me, there are benefits of coming to convention because we had such a huge speaker as Eric Worre right here on the main stage this morning and in breakout sessions. And so I'm so glad that you guys are going home motivated.
Yes.
You're going home inspired.
And then we'll rewatch and watch all the things that we might have missed or hadn't gotten to see on
Absolutely.
Monday. And
Yeah, so once all of this content starts dropping on Monday and all these workshops start coming out, people are going to have just so many opportunities to learn and to share and be a part of convention, even if you can't physically be here.
Yep.
So,
We're excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to be back next year. What's y'all's ranks?
Star.
Hey.
We're getting there.
You're almost a senior star.
Almost
You're
senior
very
star.
close.
Working toward
And
it.
I'm executive.
It's this month.
Yeah.
This month. The
Yeah.
senior star's working.
Yep.
Executive this month.
I've actually been kind of plateaued, so this convention was super necessary to kind of recharge and
Getting silver.
push through some barriers. And silver doesn't actually seem that far away anymore.
Yes, push through
Yeah.
those limiting beliefs. Those limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves these stories. I don't deserve it. I don't know anybody. I don't have any money. I don't have any time. I don't have any this. I'm too
Excuses.
young. I'm too old. Yeah. Just get out there and put your feet on the pavement and just do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We love this community for that push for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you both so much for
you.
being
Thanks for
here
having us.
with me, and we'll be back. We've got more to come and more learning about everything that is coming in the workshops and everything that you can find right here on your Young Living digital ticket.
Cute girls, sister-in-laws going on this journey together, and that's actually not uncommon. Like we were talking about earlier, families love to do this all together.
They do. And the next clip that we're going to see is from a friend of mine, and she's on a team called the Oil Sisters down in Louisiana.
Not sisters.
Sisters with an A on the end.
Right.
And there are literally dozens of sets of sisters on this team. I went to an event with them in Baton Rouge just a couple months ago, and I was looking around and I was like, I know where you got the name. I see it. I see it. There are dozens of sets of sisters.
Do they start together, or does one start and the other says, wait, you're having way too much fun?
Yes, and there are stories of the opposite as well. I know one Royal Crown Diamond who cannot convince her sister to join Young Living, and she has talked to me about how it just breaks her heart because she sees how transformative Young Living has been for her, and she wants her family to have that same freedom.
Well, this is your friend Ashley we're going to be seeing next, and I love it. You've met her along your journey, along with so many others probably of you out there, because
Yes.
Lindsay knows a lot of people.
Sure do.
But Ashley's one of the special ones.
All right, this is my friend Ashley. We've met a time or two, but for the magic of camera, where are you from?
I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Lafayette, Louisiana. And when did we first meet? It was a while back.
It was. I think it was Rally.
I think it was Rally too.
Rally.
You got to host a rally so that you can meet awesome people.
In New Orleans.
In New Orleans,
Yes.
exactly.
Or was it Baton Rouge?
Who knows? So anyways, you have been going to workshops here at Young Living Convention.
Yes, it's so much fun.
Is it? What's been your favorite part?
I think just meeting a bunch of new people, and you get to hear a lot of empowering stories, and you get lots of product education that you can't really get anywhere else.
Oh, that's great. And so which workshops have you been to?
I went to the Ula guys. I've been to Lindsay Teague Morano. Who else? Vanessa Hudgens. All of those fun.
Yeah, were there any that you wanted to go to and then just couldn't find the time?
Yeah, Dr. Ollie Winker.
Yes. So
he taught on Life 9.
Yes, he did. The Highway to the Gut. And
Yes.
so many people have found that to be a really empowering workshop with tons of great tips about Life 9. But did you know that you can watch it now at home?
Well, with the digital ticket, right?
Yes.
And you can slow it down and watch it at your own pace and take notes. I'm so excited because there's like 5 I want to go watch.
Oh, that's really cool because you get to just throw on your PJs, grab some Ninsha and sit down and just watch them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so what would you encourage someone to get a digital ticket? And how do you describe like the value of education and watching these workshops, even if you can't be here in person?
I think it's priceless. You can't put a value on it because you get poured into from so many people that are so well educated about the product. And if you want the product for your family, you need to know everything that you're bringing into your house. And this is the one way to get it.
Yes, absolutely. And it'll be a great opportunity for you to grow your business.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see you walk next year as a platinum.
Me too.
Heck yeah.
Yes, maybe a diamond.
There you go. All right, everybody. Well, get that digital ticket and get that workshop and get You'll Learn on.
I love it. So many different workshops and so many different friends that you ran into outside of every single workshop. Did you make it to a couple general sessions
I
as
did.
well
Oh,
today?
absolutely.
All right. So Greg Larson is the executive director of the Young Living Foundation, and such a big heart in this foundation and in the Young Living family.
Absolutely. Young Living, the company of Young Living is about changing one life at a time. The foundation is about changing one life at a time. That is what we're dedicated to. And so our partnerships with Hope for Justice and the Ride for a Reason that happened. And so we have these key collaborations. And our school in Ecuador that you heard Nicholas talk about earlier, it all goes back to Gary's heart of saying it's people, not profits. That's the core of Young Living.
Can I tell you, too, that even when the cameras aren't rolling, she's just this passionate?
It's true.
Because we discussed these projects last night.
Yes.
And you were so excited about them. And now you can all see the projects. You'll love the passion and commitment of this next segment.
Gary said, God sent me here to achieve my full potential. That is our work. That is our purpose, and that is our passion. You see, we at the foundation, we are committed to empowering the individual, right? To achieve their potential and defy limitations through both education and wellness opportunities.
त्यो दिन वैशाख 12 गतेको भूकम्पमा सानो एउटा बाबु थियो मेरो हस्बेन्ड चाहिँ यहाँ घरमा हुनुहुँदैन थियो सानो बाबु र म चाहिँ भित्र चुलामा खाना खाइरहेको थियौँ
हल्लिँदाखेरि अनि हल्ला भयो के अब वनतिर नि घाँस दार गर्ने मान्छे सबै आथे डरायो अनि कोही मान्छे चाहिँ अब डोकोहरू छोडेरै नाम्लो छोडेर भागेर आयो कि वनबाट अनि त्यस पछाडि मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो भयो भने अब हाम्रो घर भत्क्यो
अनि एक्कासी घर हल्लियो घर हल्लिराख्दाखेरि यहीँनिर यही घर हो यहाँबाट बाबुले लिएर तल बारीको डिलमा पुग्यो
अब जुन माथिबाट आउँदाखेरि पुरै यतातिर चाहिँ अब त्यो घर भत्किएको त्यो धुलोहरू माटोहरू उड्न थाल्यो कि अनि यो बादल त्यो बादल बसे जस्तो भयो यो एरियामा हैन
पछि गेरी फादर आएर हाम्रो गाउँ हेरेर हामी अनि गाउँको मान्छेहरूको अवस्था हेरेर अनि गाउँमा बच्चाहरूलाई त्यति राम्रो स्कुल पनि थिएन भूकम्पले लगेको थियो त्यही भएर उहाँलाई चाहिँ एकदमै हाम्रो गाउँ पनि राम्रो लाग्यो र हाम्रो मान्छेहरूलाई हेरेर पनि
हामीलाई उहाँलाई सुरुमै पहिलोपटक नै देख्दा नै उहाँको अनुहारमा चाहिँ एउटा त्यो किसिमको हामीलाई केही सहयोग गर्नुहुन्छ जसरी पनि गर्नु हुनेछ उहाँले सबैको घर एकैचोटि बनेपछि नै सर्नुपर्छ भन्ने त्यो एकै समयमा जसरी ढलेको थियो त्यसै गरी सबैजना नै कसैको मनमा चित्त दुखाइ नभइकन एकैचोटि सबैजना एकैचोटि घरमा चाहिँ सर्नुपर्छ।
हाम्रो जीवनको अन्धकार हुन्थ्यो, यस्तो घरमा बस्ने सपना नै हुँदैन थियो। अब यस्तो नभए चाहिँ त्यही कटेजको उसमा 2 वर्ष बितायो। अहिले त धेरै खुसी लागेको छ। घरको कटेजभन्दा घरभित्र बस्दा धेरै खुसी लागेको छ। आनन्द पनि छ, हावापानीबाट जोगिया छ।
अनि उहाँलाई हेर्न पाउँछौँ। सबैजना एकैचोटि बस्ने फिल सोचाइ थियो हाम्रो सबै गाउँको मान्छेको। अनि गेरी फादरको वेट गरिरहेको थियौँ हामी।
तर डक्टर गेरी नभए नि डक्टर गेरी चाहिँ हाम्रो आत्मामा, हाम्रो मुटुमा, हाम्रो हेडमा, हाम्रो उसमा टाउकोमा हुनुहुन्छ, बसिराख्नु भएको छ भन्ने सोचाइ छ।
I think providing the houses for these people have given them a chance to move forward, to not look behind anymore, look back, and it gives them confidence and they feel more secure, especially for their kids.
उहाँहरूको लागि धेरै धेरै मनदेखि नै धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद।
उहाँहरूले चाहिँ हाम्रो यो नयाँ पुनर्निर्माण घरहरू बनाइदिनु भयो। उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ हामी यो जिन्दगीभर हाम्रो छोरा नातिहरूले सम्झिरहन्छौँ, गेरीलाई, विशेष गरेर गेरीलाई। अनि किनकि उहाँले पहिलो योगदान धेरै दिनुभएको छ। यो गेरी लगायत धेरैलाई हामी लगायत हाम्रो छोरा नातिहरूले पनि उहाँलाई सम्झिरहनेछ भन्ने सन्देश दिन चाहन्छु।
I know that this convention is called freedom. I don't want freedom to stay in a building like this. No, my friend. I don't want freedom to be talked in just arenas like this. No, I want freedom to flood out into the darkest places of our society, bringing freedom, hope, life to girls like Emma, because we want to live in a world free from slavery, every child, man and woman, because we're Young Living Foundation, and we are going to build a world free from slavery.
I want to tell you something, and I'm interrupting here. You're amazing.
Oh, I love you, man.
Your passion and energy inspire me and everyone in this room.
Oh, thank you so much, Derek.
The executive team of Young Living, we were just texting, is donating $50,000.
Wow.
And I want all of our royals in those suites, our royals are in these suites, to donate $5,000 each. Can you do that? Set the example the Young Living will lead in ending slavery. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
When you talk about moments and lives changed at convention this year, that had to be one. You've been emotional.
I know.
Watching that.
Every time I hear Ben speak, I just get, it brings it out. I mean, you saw the passion that he has. And to think about Ben starting this company, Hope for Justice, and just being committed to one person at a time, I'm going to rescue them from slavery, and to say, the executive that you were just texting is donating $50,000, and it's just going to go.
And everyone here donating.
Every one of
in
you.
all the suites donating
Yes,
$5,000. And I'm sure they all
absolutely.
said absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what the power of Young Living is. It gives financial freedom to us so that we can give freedom to others.
You can make a difference.
Yeah, everyone can make a difference.
Will you share that difference with me?
I owe you an apology. I do.
I've been waiting for this.
I owe
the
you an
whole
apology.
show.
Yesterday, I was sitting here talking about how much I love our products, how she needs frankincense, how she needs peppermint.
I'm raving about your skin.
And then she goes, why haven't you given me any oils? So, for me to you, my Peppermint Vitality. Love
Thank
this.
you.
It's magic in a bottle. So, the Vitality oils, only brand of essential oils in the world, labeled specifically for ingestion. So, just take a drop, put it right here.
Right now?
Go for
Do
it.
this right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Open it up,
yeah.
take a drop, put it right.
Essential oils taste a little strong, so just Just,
put it right here.
Yep, just dab it on. Just dab it on. Yep, and then just
No, I'm licking
lick it off.
I'm not smelling this time, I'm licking.
You can do whatever you want, but lick it off. It's vitality. It's labeled for ingestion. And now take a big breath in.
Oh, it's like clean and clear.
Exactly. Now you're making me jelly. Now I need it. Yes. Deborah Rayburn has spent her journey to Royal Crown Diamond using this oil to introduce people to Young Living, because when you take a drop and then you instantly feel the power.
No, I could get rid of my Diet Coke. Maybe.
Girl, you can.
I can?
I'm going to challenge you to do that. Absolutely. So you've got a little bottle of
the
energy. Exactly.
It's so true. I don't
See?
need the Diet Coke. I've got my energy.
Exactly.
And better breath, and I sat by you this whole time. Maybe that should have been at the beginning.
Exactly.
show.
I don't know. You didn't smell at all.
I want you to watch all the digital ticket back, because you did a What's in Your Bag segment that I loved on the show yesterday. This was in her bag. Speaking of what's in your bag, this was ready to go. So thank you for pulling that out and sharing it with me.
I know.
People said you were nice. Now I agree.
Thank you.
Now I'm on board.
I'm sorry that I wasn't proactive and didn't do it yesterday.
You have redeemed yourself.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
We want to end with this, everyone, on this last night of convention, Mary Young. Yeah. So she spoke at the beginning of convention, and she also spoke here at the end. You get to listen as Jacob and Joseph speak about their father, along with her closing remarks.
This has been a very heartfelt, emotional, sad, but exciting convention. I am in a very strange place. And as I was coming up the elevator, I said to Jordan, who's been with us for so many years, backstage, doing all of the technical things for us, and I said, this is what Gary loved. He loved all the fun stuff and the flying in and the baskets and the horses and all that kind of stuff. And I said, and I'm standing in his place. I don't know that I can do this. And he patted me on the shoulder and he said, you can do it, Mary. And then I feel all your energy, and I feel so much love and caring and support. And it helps a lot. And I'm sure you can imagine what it's like for me. Maybe you can't. But to walk in my shoes is not a fun time right now, and yet we love all of you. We love convention. We love all of our family coming together, being able to share one with another. We are all God's children. And when we touch them with what we have, when you touch them with the goodness in your heart, and you share the abundance that you have, you are serving God's children. I cannot say it any better, because those would be Gary's words. He was a man who loved God, and he loved serving God's children. And to be able to bring Young Living this far to this point must be so rewarding, and fill him with so much. I have had so many people say to me that they can feel his presence here. If you are that sensitive, you are rewarded. Because my heart is very full, and I know it's the prayers and the love that you have given to me. I've never felt so much love expressed ever in my life, and I know the boys feel it too. We miss Gary very much, and we will miss him, some of us forever, for as long as we walk this earth. I will always have a place in my heart that no one else can feel, but I have my two rocks. and they are deeply loved by their Father. And He will watch them, and I believe that He will whisper in their ears, and He will help guide them as they become leaders for the mission that their Father began.
Young Living has been my home for all of my life. It saved me, helped me, and all my friends are in Young Living. And all of you guys are my friends because I can talk to you about the things I love. We all have one thing in common, and that is freedom. And we love the oils. But the future is only gonna get bigger. And with all of your help, it can never stop. Thank you.
If there's one thing that I will never forget about my dad is he would always get upset at us when we said, no, we can't do that. He'd get really frustrated with us, and he said, no, it's not that you can't do it, it's that you choose not to do it. And I want you guys to go home with that lesson that he taught me and I will always live with. That there's nothing that you can't do, and you guys are an example that he did what everyone said that he couldn't do.
Do we have a couple of leaders here? Are they going to walk in their father's footsteps? I think so. And you are those who teach them as well. You set the example, and they are part of that example that you set. But our goal is the same. And it would be my great desire that one day we will again be together with Gary and celebrate with the millions of people who have been touched by our oils as we carry his mission, our mission, to the world.
Yeah, that's the way you end it, right there. Those boys
power.
on stage.
Absolutely.
No, very powerful. And the standing ovation.
Absolutely.
And the applause in that room.
I know, and it's hard for me to believe because I remember these boys as little kids, and to watch them just grow and mature and become young men, and to think about Joseph becoming 18 years old is just, wow.
Where does time go?
I know, it flies.
Where did the convention go?
I
We
know.
started here early this week. This is the last night, the party about to happen behind us here at the Vivint Smart Home Arena. This is the closing party. They've been doing prep work the entire time we've been sitting here, and now the doors are about to open. Everybody filing in, so we've got to get out of here.
We sure do.
Before the big party starts. But we have to tell everyone about next year.
Oh, it's your moment. Right now is your moment to go ahead, commit to coming to our 25 Years Young convention. Because right now, if you have a digital ticket or if you were here live, you can get the best pricing of the year. So don't wait. Get your ticket before June 30th and come hang out with me next year.
This is next July. Next summer, we want you back in Salt Lake City, everybody. So make sure you hop on that. And a couple quick reminders for you. Don't forget, as part of the digital ticket, you have downloadable content, everybody. Dozens of sessions from those workshops that are available on video on demand starting on Monday. Share that with your friends. This all starts on Monday, and that video on demand access goes through July 31st. Now look at the content right there on your screen. You've got those workshop slide decks, the product infographics, you have the convention presentations, and so much more. And again, don't forget, you can watch it as much as you would like. That content available through July 31st. I hear the doors opening. people are filing in. It is time for that closing party. So from Lindsay and I, we've had such a good time.
It's been a joy to meet you, and it's been a joy to work with you, and I am so excited about our future collaborations.
This is not goodbye.
I know.
This is see you next time to everybody. I feel revived and rejuvenated.
We're going to be talking more about oils.
That goes in my bag now. We'll talk much more about
It's all
oils
for you.
from Lindsay and I and everyone at Young Living. Good night, everybody.